Hello class 9 students, welcome to my channel Online Biology Tutorials. We are discussing chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life. We are already done with grades of organization. I hope you have understood that video well. In case of any query, you can email, WhatsApp or write in the comment. Now my question from the first video is that cells aggregate together to form dash. So if you have watched my video, you can write the answer in the comment. I'll take your name in the next video. So without further ado, let's get started on our next topic, that is discoveries associated with cell components and of course the cell. So to ace our study, we will write the name of scientist first. Then we will be writing the year of discovery and their contribution. Okay. So we will be writing it in tabular format so that we can retain it for a longer period of time. First, we need to learn the name of the scientist Robert Hooke. He discovered the cell in the year 1665. Okay. Once we will be done with the table, we will discuss how he discovered. So, he discovered the cell. Next scientist would be in this series is Leeuwenhoek. Okay. Leeuwenhoek, he experimented in 1674. He discovered living cell. Right. So he discovered living cell with the help of a better microscope. Next contribution that we have to study is of Robert Brown. He discovered nucleus in the year 1831. Now we move on to next scientist, and next scientist is going to be Purkinje. In 1839, he coined the term, means he gave the term protoplasm. As soon as we will be done with this, we will also see what is actually the protoplasm. So till now, we have seen that Robert Hooke discovered the cell, Leeuwenhoek discovered the living cell, Robert Brown discovered the nucleus, and Purkinje was the one who was associated with protoplasm. So P for Purkinje and P for protoplasm. Let's move ahead and write the name of the next scientist. Fifth one. In fifth one, we have two scientists. One is Schleiden and another is Schwann. Okay. So Schleiden and Schwann in 1839, the same year which we have written for Purkinje. Here, this year and this year is same. So you can learn that the term protoplasm was coined in the same year in which cell theory was given. So both these scientists, Schleiden and Schwann, they gave cell theory. MCQ question, our marker question can certainly come on these discoveries. Last but not the least, we will study the name of the scientist Rudolf Virchow. He added one more slogan to the cell theory, and that slogan was cells always arise from pre-existing cells. Means new cells always arise from those cells that are always there, that are already existing, right? So in this series, we have studied the names of Robert Hooke, Leeuwenhoek, Robert Brown, Purkinje, Schwann and Schleiden, very important names because they gave the cell theory. And Rudolf Virchow, he added one point to the cell theory, which was cells always arise from the pre-existing cells. So this is regarding the discovery of the cell and its various components. Another thing which you must know is Robert Hooke. He was the one who discovered the cell. Now, in what piece he discovered? He took a piece of wood which is known as cork. So cork is nothing new. It's a type of wood that has more pores in it. Okay. So Robert Hooke discovered the cell in a piece of cork. And what he observed? He observed that whenever a piece of cork was taken and studied under a lens, because at that time microscopes were not in trend, technology was not much developed, because this is a talk of 1665. So, right, these type of hexagon rings were noticed when he observed the cork, and each hexagon ring was considered as a room initially, and later these rooms were known as cells. So for Olympiad, for your home examination, it is very important to know that Robert Hooke discovered the cell by using a piece of cork, right? So in this video, we have talked about the scientists, their year of discovery and what they did. Okay, now before we sum up, let's talk about cell theory also. So cell theory, as we have already written above, that it was given by two scientists. One was Schwann and another was Schleiden. So please learn their names by writing, and there should be no spelling mistake while writing it, because it will lead to marks deduction. So year is also important. Year, it is 1839. And what are we studying? We are studying cell theory. Who gave it? It was given by Schleiden and Schwann. Now, what were the various points that were included in the cell theory? First point was that all organisms are made up of cells. Okay, all organisms are made up of cells. Second point was that cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Right? These were the two postulates that were given by Schwann and Schleiden. So if it is asked to you, what are the postulates? Okay, what are the postulates of cell theory? You are going to write these 2 points, that all organisms are made up of cells and cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Right? So we have discussed cell theory also. Now if this question comes for another 1 marks, and in that if it will be asked that what is the contribution of Rudolf Virchow for the cell theory, you are going to write that he introduced one more postulate to the cell theory, and that was cells always arise from pre-existing cells. I hope students you have understood this concept, the basic concept of the discovery. Now my question to you is, please write in the comment section what is the meaning of uni and what is the meaning of multi. Please write it in the comment section. Do not forget to share this video with your friends and do consider subscribing because it will be worthwhile for you. In next video, we will talk about these terms, but prior to that, I would like you to think and write in the comment section what is uni and what is multi. In next video, we will talk about unicellular and multicellular organisms. So stay tuned. Thank you.